I'm not gonna like let you guys do that to him. I'm gonna be the one
You
to
were
tell
still
him. And then
protecting
he's,
him, even though that you were diagnosed as a result of him giving it to you. Why?
yeah. Well, honestly, um, this is another thing with, um, like, I was broken down, like, to the point that, like, I didn't really exist. And so there were many times that I felt like I needed to leave the relationship, but I felt like I couldn't. Like, I felt like there was actually like a force pulling me back. And so I've never been in a type of, I've been in many toxic relationships before that, but this was totally different in the sense that um, I was 100% honest 100% of the time. And it was, I've never been in a situation like this or like that before where I felt like completely like at the mercy of another person.
Yeah.
It was scary.
Yeah, I understand that.
And yeah, so it wasn't logical. Like, I'll be completely honest, like it wasn't like a logical decision and it was dumb and all these things, but that's where uh, that that was where I was, honestly.
When you
I
tell
didn't
him,
feel like I had other
when you
choices
tell
that
him,
night.
what was his
That night,
reaction when you told him?
um so I went to work and then I couldn't work. Like, I was just like, I couldn't work. I started crying. Like, people were just like, "What the heck is going on?" At that time, I used to work at a club, so like, you're trying to go to a club and have a good time, and then this girl is over here crying in the corner. Like, I was just like, I need to get out of here, and so I leave and I text him right away. I'm like, I need to come over. I need to see you. I need to talk to you. I come over, and I'm like, I tested positive for HIV. And mind you, I was shook. I was so scared, because I didn't know how he was going to react. I don't know, And this at this time, this person was getting invited to the White House, like was on the Candace Owens show, like was doing like really big things.
Wait. Hold on, Bianca. I'm gonna be honest with you. I wasn't expecting this.
So yeah,
No. This is not bad. This is phenomenal. All right. I wasn't expecting this. You got to back up for 1 second. All right. So the person that you were talking to was getting a lot of visibility at the time.
yeah,
The person that
yeah,
infected you.
yeah.
All right, run that back one more time. Give it to me, because I might have missed it, honestly.
So he was a public figure and a black Republican, during the time where Trump was president still, I believe. And so, and it was the year that his reelection was coming up, or like that whole
So
time
around
period was.
2019, 2020.
Mm-hmm. And so, yeah, he was invited to the White House multiple times. Was on the Candace Owens show a few times. Um, did appearances with Stacey Dash. Um, was was really out there, and had a lot of publicity and had a large following. Um, So when I told him I was scared because I didn't, I took everything into consideration. I was looking at the big picture. And of
Yeah.
course, looking at the person that was in front of me that I obviously care about. And when I told him, he was like, oh.
He didn't
I
trip?
was like, no. I was like, I didn't even know how to like really react to the oh. I was just like, well, what do you mean? Like, what are you gonna do? Do you want to go to my doctor? Like, I started coming up with suggestions for him, and he was just like, listen, I don't need your negativity. I do not want to talk about this, and you can stop discussing your negative energy around me because this is not something that I need. And that was
That's what happened
I
when you told him that you was diagnosed?
mhm
Jeez.
yeah, yeah,
B.
yeah, it was negative energy, and I was like, a, a part of me was like a little relieved because I'm like, okay, well, I guess we don't have to fight about this. Like, this is fine. I was like, I have to wait for 10 days to get my confirmatory results. And, this person just knowing that I was going to get confirmatory results and still just looking at me like, okay, like, um, was kind of crazy. And so I got my confirmatory results. We spoke. about it, and he told me that he was never going to leave me,
He
that it
told you that
didn't
he was never
matter.
gonna leave you.
No, that it didn't matter what I was going through, that he was never going to leave me. And I felt like I was legit going crazy. Like I was like, no, this is not.
I wasn't expecting to take a drink tonight, but let me let me go ahead and see. You got the canteen. You probably got something healthy in there.
It's just water.
Not mine. All right. Jeez. All right. Wait a minute. So before we continue, make sure y'all subscribe and y'all go and check out our YouTube channel and our Instagram. The links are in the description. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel, turn your notifications. I'll read the super chats afterwards. Give me a second.
I wish I knew what people were saying. Is there a way for me to like?
No, no, focus. You
Oh,
gotta focus.
okay,
Don't worry
okay,
about what anybody is saying. Just let's just stay
okay.
focused.
I'll put it. I'll close it. I'll close it.
Yeah, close it, because I want you to focus. Because you're doing such a good job of focusing and telling the story. All right, so listen.
Oh, thank you.
All right, so what next? What next? I had questions in my mind based off of the conversations that you were saying, but you hit me with so much right now, so I'm trying to take it all in.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
so oh, okay, I know what I wanted to ask you. Dating. So
hmm
after all of that happened, he said that he never gonna leave you or whatever like that. So apparently
yeah,
y'all eventually parted or something like that.
yeah. Because he gave me chlamydia.
What? What?
Yeah,
What do you mean he gave you chlamydia?
yeah. So listen, my family, they were just like, you need to leave this guy. My doctor was like, you need to leave this guy. Like everyone in my life that knew about this guy, they didn't need to know that he had given me HIV. I started telling people, like I started telling my close friends, I told my mom. Um, so I started telling people slowly just to like practice what it felt like because I knew I would have to tell people eventually.
Right.
And so it was very low risk people at first, people that I knew loved me. And in my mind, I was like, well, I'm not going to leave him because he needs to get help. Our biggest arguments were always me asking him to go to the doctor. So during this time, he was going out of town a lot, going to DC, doing this, doing that, making appearances. And,
Oh,
you know, I
he's just
was,
still living life like ain't nothing
oh,
wrong.
like nothing's wrong. And like a part of me, like, I, I have to be honest that a part of me was like, I knew what was happening, you know, like I knew that he was just trying to get in as much as he could because whether he wanted to ignore it or not, like you, you know, the truth is that if you are HIV positive and you're not on medication, you will eventually get AIDS and then you will eventually die. And so I knew that a lot of the way that he talked about women was part of the allure that like people liked about him.
What do you
Mind you, I
mean by
never
the
heard of
way
this
that he
person
talked
until
about
like
women? What does that mean?
um you would call him like a red pillar. Like so, you know, like that red pill community. You get a lot of people that agreed with him, disagreed with him, but at the end of the day, they loved when he gave them attention type of vibe. Like that's just like when I'm telling you full blown narcissist, that was the character, that was
Mm,
everything that this person was.